Morning everyone. So last video I had was the JBA upper control arms that arrived, and I was looking around to see costs for having them installed or buy some of the tools which I needed by myself and do it myself with the help of my son and his friend. So what we did is we bought the tools and did it ourselves. So as you can see, the upper control arm is in there. Bilstein 5100, 3rd gen. See a little sticker and stuff. The little Zerk fittings. You can see this little clip right here. It doesn't really fit well. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe we gotta squeeze it back in or something. A little bit of annoyance. I don't know how we gotta, if this thing's gotta turn or what. Yes, I know the blue paper was left on. So hopefully that, I don't know, may have to use like a little zip tie or something to hold that in there. But as you can see, nice finish, fit, everything. Get under, you can, oops. Can I see it up there? Does everything fit? So, oops. One of the things, so it took about, oh gosh, about, I want to say about 5 hours for this side. Let me show you here. Get my, this is a pretty good impact wrench. Little plug for these guys. I bought this just specifically for this. You can see down here, a piece of my hammer. It's an old hammer. I had it for 40, I think it's like 40 years old. So basically, so I'll put this in the description. So basically, take the, obviously, jack it up on the frame right under here. Your jack over there with a block of wood because it's pretty high. It's not super high, but enough that our jack didn't have it had a problem. So then I got the jack stands, put it there, use a torque wrench, pop the wheels off. And so one of the first things you're going to have to do is take this shaft that goes from here down, which I think is the spindle. There's a bolt. We did not take the sway bar bolt off. It doesn't really matter. So the reason the hammer broke is on the spindle right here somewhere. There's a flat spot right here. So when you separate the spindle, I rub my finger right on that flat spot. So it's a big, nice flat spot. So you and then you loosen the 2 bolt right there. This is called the shear bolt right there. Oops, dang, got grease on my hand. And then the nut over here. And then you bang on that thing with a hammer. And that you can go to this auto parts store and rent a puller. But we watched all these YouTube videos of, male, female, separating this thing with like a light tap. That doesn't work so well. So when you watch a 10-minute video of doing one side of the upper control arm, and it's like, whoa, it is not that easy. So we were just running, it just wouldn't separate. Tried loosening the sway bar, didn't help. We didn't take it out, but it was just stuck in there. And So that's when the hammer broke. So I got another hammer, and we were banging on it, trying to figure out what to do, and thinking like, okay, we can't get past this point. We got to get rent a puller. So we tried jacking up the lower spindle. We had the jack stand, and we jacked up the spindle, lowered it down, up and down a few times. Didn't do anything. Hours gone by and trying to figure this out, and just wouldn't separate. So tapped a few last times, and then boom, it just separated. But I mean, the taps were like hard, and that's why the first hammer broke. So got past that point. The driver's side was actually quite a bit easier for some reason. We did the same exact steps. Maybe because we just immediately went to jack up the spindle and lower it down, loosen it a little bit with the bolt off. Maybe that's the learning curve we did. But getting all these little wires and stuff, little clips and stuff, that took a little while too, because there's one behind here and you have to fight with it a little bit, but not too bad. The next hardest thing is getting that shear bolt off. So you'll notice our shear bolt is supposed to be going this direction. So when you take it off, you have to go off that direction. The driver's side is not so bad, but this passenger side, you have to pull this, you have to mangle the metal to get it to come out and up, and then you got the radiator overflow and all these other tubes in the way, and which is it took like it was another point where we thought we couldn't go any farther. The bolt would only go out like about maybe 4 inches, and then just get stuck and hit it. Basically, there's a piece of sheet metal that comes down, and there's another piece of sheet metal that's like kind of riveted onto it, and it was hitting that little ledge, little lip, and it just wouldn't go. So finally I got one of my biggest flathead screwdrivers and bent the metal inside. I had a screwdriver down, bending the grade 8 bolt out, and just using something to like pound it this way, because there's more room over here. There's tons of room over here. You can stick like a helmet over there, and that finally got it out. And then this thing wiggles out. Like I said, fighting with this spindle bolt, getting that out, and then we tried thinking how we're going to get it back in, and we said, you know what, we're going to torque it down anyway, so let's just go this direction. And it took like 5 seconds to go this direction. The driver's side, we went the original way. Same driver's side was really easy. Less stuff in the way for some reason. I don't know if they put the suspension together and then they put the body down on top of the truck, and the passenger side just, I don't know how a off-road shop would get that bolt out as any easier. I honestly don't know. But the way that they designed this is just beyond me. So basically got that in there. Before we put them on, we lubed up this thing, about a grease gun. And then we put the lube on there. Getting the washers on, a little fussy because you have to fight with it a little bit. But then that goes on, then you kind of reverse order and get everything down, take it for a test drive. Your alignment's going to be off. Mostly I think what was off on ours was the toe. And then took it to an alignment shop, and they said, yeah, the toe was off. And that's what I heard. And then they did the caster to move the wheels forward a little bit. So you can see they were a little bit closer, and as soon as you make a left turn or a right turn into a driveway, this is rubbing. It was hitting. You can see my forerunner here. It has a little bit more of the casters move forward. So the +3 on the caster moved it, and then yeah. So a lot of learning things, and things don't exactly go as smooth as these. Some videos you see that a 15-minute video and you're done. No, the driver's side possibly. The passenger side that metal right there, end up fighting with it. And then after we were all done everything, took it off-roading. Obviously, hitting big dips and stuff like that on a turn, you could hear it rub. But it's Bilstein's 5100 at the highest setting. It's got a pretty good distance, but it's this spot right here. So I'm probably gonna get some fiberglass fenders and just be done with all this stuff, this plastic stuff that's in the way. I mean, this stuff's just annoying. Why can't you just cut this off right here? Front, you got plenty of room. Anyway, if you have any comments or questions, concerns, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll update as soon as I do the next thing, which is probably going to be the fiberglass fenders and how these things, any questions on the fittings or anything, how anything goes, sockets I bought. Like I said, that torque wrench, came in pretty good. The impact wrench. I also bought a good, $120 impact wrench. I had like this $30 cheapy one down here. It's stripped. It is stripped actually when I did the U-bolt flip, and it just broke. So get what you pay for when you're working on a vehicle. You need strong tools. These cheaper ones. So this impact wrench, it works great. So far I haven't had any problems with it. So anyway, any questions or anything, please like this video and share it with other people so they can get some advice onto how this thing really does work and how you replace these things. And not just with JBA, it could be any upper control arm. You're going to hit that problem, that bolt going forward, and see the path that it's not going to want to go easily through. So just want to give everybody a heads up. Thanks. Have a good day.